Hey everybody, Campervan Kevin here. How are y'all doing today? Me? Today, I'm a lot better than I have been the last couple days. Tell you what, Tucker knows when this camera's on. He knows. I'll get you some airtime, buddy. Let me tell you what I've did. So I'm like, what, 3.5 weeks now post-op from my radical nephrectomy to remove that cancer. And while we were in Sholo, before we went to Colorado, my beard's all whack. I was feeling okay. You know, not tons of energy, walking a mile a day like the doctor told me to do. In fact, old Felix had a hard time keeping up with me when he'd walk with me. But they told me over and over and over, don't overdo it. Yeah, right. So, this is going to be the 500-mile rundown of the new Bigfoot to me, new to me Bigfoot. So Felix finds this Bigfoot in the Denver Craigslist. I'm looking in all the Craigslist, including Denver, but I'm looking for a diesel pusher. So in the keywords, I got diesel. I missed it. He found it. I've already told you the story in a prior video, but I'm just catching everybody else up. You know, just follow along. You know, I don't get in no hurry to get to a point. It's a Southern thing. So we take off. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not doing anything but driving. But boy, we got in some traffic, and we got in some wind, and we got in some places. And I'm bare knuckle driving. That big old Class A sitting next to me here. And I think that the Google Maps said it was 14 hours. They lie. I don't think I've ever got there as quick as what Google Maps said I could drive it in. And a Class A ain't that fast either anyway. So we drove about 10 hours, 12 hours the first day, and 6, 7 hours the next day. It beat me up. Why didn't you let Felix drive? Excellent question. Thank you for asking. Well, I had not added him to my insurance yet. He's now he can drive anything I got, except my motorcycle. But so I did all the driving, and we got plenty of rest. Then we got the Bigfoot wheeled and dealed on it, getting it ready, getting it cleaned up, trying to find a place to stay. It hasn't been easy. Doing this is not easy. Finding a good RV, going to get it, buying it, getting it, fix all the little things it needs. If y'all ever done it before, and I've done it a bunch of times, it ain't easy. I'm not supposed to pick up over 15 pounds. There's a lot of things I'm not supposed to be doing. So I'm trying to move out of Miss Gypsy into the Bigfoot. Still don't know the name of it. We'll get to that. Well, I picked up something too heavy, and I strained my gut, and it's been really, really sore. And I just hadn't had any energy. It's like you plug in your phone at night to charge it up, go to sleep, and I wake up, my battery's still dead. I still hadn't had no energy. So we've been coming back driving like 100 miles, and I have to stop. 100 miles, have to stop. Today I drove for 350 miles. I'm okay. I have overdone it. Now, my friends that let me put the tiny purple house on their property, talked to him on the phone, and the neighbor across the street, the closest one anyway, had the very same procedure done. And he's a very outdoorsy, like hiking, bicycle, camping, wood cutting, kind of outdoorsy guy. He had the very same surgery, and he said it took him 6 months to recover. So I think I'm doing pretty good for 3.5 weeks, but I've learned my lesson. So, all right. I think I've put on 500 miles plus or minus on the second Bigfoot number 2. That we got to come up with something. So let's do a rundown. I got 66,048 miles, and I think when I looked at the odometer, when I gave Felix Ms. Gypsy, I think it was 65.5. So that's close enough to 500 miles. The things that I knew were wrong with it when I bought it: the air conditioner was blowing hot air out the dash, and I was going to leave it with the guy. He said he had a mechanic that come out and fix it before I picked it up, but I'd have to pay him. But the mechanic never showed up. So I go and pick it up, turn the dial, throwing ice cubes out the dash. I'm like, whoa, score. Score. Well, that's all fine and dandy, because it was blowing out hot air, just incredibly hot air when I first drove it. Well, I needed heat the other morning because it was getting down in the 30s. I mean, we was around snow-capped mountains and everything, and I don't have a lot of footage of it. I hadn't felt good, and it just hadn't been on. I hadn't been taking a lot of pictures. Felix has. Watch his videos, you see some good pictures. But I needed heat, and it ain't blowing out the heat. So I think that's something minor. If I remember right, I think that these Fords had issues in the late 90s on these thermostats, the dash thermostats and gauges. I'm pretty sure that there was a problem. In fact, my BT Cruiser kind of did the same thing, and I did something with a vacuum line, and I fixed it myself. I have to go back and watch my video so I remember how to do it. But I'm gonna let a mechanic get it. Also, I drove it at night, and my dash lights don't work. That's real simple. I know what that is. That's just this little gate turn knob thing. What do they call them? Potentiometers or something like that. That's like a $25 part. So I'm gonna let a mechanic handle all that. That's what they do. They do it better than me. What else is wrong with it? I turned on the hot water heater, and it cut on for about 10 seconds. Hadn't cut on again. I mean, I'd have tried everything. Dead on a doornail. Refrigerator works great. Generator works. I think it has 320 something hours on it. And in the receipts I found where he spent a lot of money on it back in 2015. So this thing was garaged most of its life, but I think the last 2 or 3 years it's set out. Long story short, I don't think the generator was run. So I got the generator to crank and run, and it charges everything. I've been charging my house batteries with it. Driving charges the house batteries. Generator charges the house batteries. I bought brand new ones. But the more I've run the generator, the worse it's running. It's probably that ethanol crap built up in the carburetor, and that's why you got to run your generator once a month, even if you're not using it. Crank up that generator, turn on the roof air conditioner, maybe the I don't know, the furnace, no, microwave, and make that generator work. They call it exercising it. Well, I don't think mine's been exercised. And I went and got some Lucas fuel cleaner, and put in two containers into my 50-gallon tank. I've run it about 20 minutes and let it sit. And then tonight I'm going to run it a couple hours to build up my battery so I can run my CPAP and the furnace overnight, because it gets pretty cold. So if that doesn't take care of it, then I'll have a mechanic look at that. I'm going to do all I can do. What else? Water pump works. Kitchen sink's faucet's got a leak. You can see it back there in the back. It ain't nothing fancy. Got a bunch of cans up there. I overloaded one of my shelves, and the shelf turned sideways, so I had to unload it. I didn't know you could see it in the picture. Well, y'all been looking at it 11 minutes anyway. Let me tell you something. It's been quite a drive. The wind, when we were coming up, I saw a bunch of transfer trucks. When I say a bunch, 3, 4, laying over on the side, coming up. And coming back, we've been in some dust storms, just terrible, terrible dust storms. So we come off the road. I got another 200 or 300 miles to go tomorrow, and I'll be at my destination. Go by and get Ms. Gypsy and the Bigfoot down to Felix's van. There's a lot of stuff in it that he wants. I think he's really enjoying Ms. Gypsy. It does my heart good. I don't think it's quite set in with him yet. I don't think I gave him the title, and he still don't believe it's his. It still hadn't sunk in good. But then I kind of feel bad a little bit, because he did so much hard work on his van. You know, he's got that sweat equity in it. But listen, that brings up another thing. People have been asking Felix to pay it forward to give his van away. He simply can't do that. Felix worked and saved for 5 years to come out here on the road, and he's not in bad. He's not in bad shape financially, and he's not wealthy either. But he has to watch his pennies. Okay, so please don't ask him to pay it forward. When he gets his channel built and gets it going and gets on his feet, he's the most giving person I ever met, of his time and his self and his things. Never met anybody more giving. And when he's able, he'll bless somebody in his own way. But please don't continue to ask him for a free van. Miss Gypsy, she drinks a little bit more gas, and I guarantee there's nothing wrong with her. But when she breaks, not if she breaks, when she breaks, it's going to cost more to fix it than his van. Okay? So, what else? He's got to do a few little things to it. I believe it needs a fuel filter. Tiny little things. So that's what's going on. So we pulled over, the dust and the wind, I don't know, 70, 80 mile an hour gusts. Yeah. I like the way the Bigfoot is on an E450. Okay, my nose itches, hang on. It's on an E450 chassis. Miss Gypsy's a 550, but this is a E450. I like the way it drives better. I love being able to get out the side door. Having a driver's door, that's nice. Didn't realize I missed it so much, but that's nice. They both have the V10s. That looks kind of weird hanging on up there. But I believe the power's better on the hills and stuff with this. If I'm not mistaken, the V10 that they put inside the Class A, they got bigger heads. They're bigger on the top of the engine. Give it more horsepower than this. But Bigfoot must weigh a lot less, because boy, I just went up and over hills that I was having a downshift in Miss Gypsy. Hills like. What else? That's it. So that's what's wrong. You know, it's pretty clean. I want to get it very, very clean. A couple of the stripes are faded, even though it was kept under a shelter. You know, the back, I think the back got the brunt of the sun. These are stripes that I believe that I can do myself and fix myself. The roof's in good shape. I went up there again, looked at it today, and I found a tiny little cut. It's like 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. And I had that Eternabond tape. Y'all got to keep some on your truck. Eternabond. Look it up. Buy it on eBay, Amazon, whatever. And cut me a little triangle, about yay big, and put on it. Got that. Need to do a little maintenance, some caulking, stuff you'd expect. So far, I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied. The Cooper HT3s, my 3rd or 4th new set. I'll buy another set. I used to be a Michelin guy. I was Michelin on everything I run. Michelin. And then one day, I had my black Campervan. Used to be my tan van. It was black Campervan after I put that bed liner on it. I put Michelin all-terrains on it. Now, I've had dualies and work trucks for 20, 30 years. What did I put on it? Michelin's. Couldn't get those tires to balance for nothing. Nothing. I've told this story a while back. So, went back to the tire shop. They called in the rep. Wasn't gonna do nothing for me. Didn't care. His words. Basically, tough luck. I'll never forget it. And the guy, he's kind of a friend, associate. I've done a lot of business with him. We were out in the where they work on the trucks. We're out in the bay. He's a little dude. He come up to me and kind of grabbed me by my arm and kind of grabbed me by my shirt. Said, "Come on, Kevin, let's go outside and talk." Ooh, he must have saw me getting red. I could feel top of my ears burning. When I get mad, top of my ears get hot. And I was sitting there looking at the guy, couldn't believe he said it out loud, thinking about all the thousands of dollars I spent on Michelin tires. He didn't care. It wasn't his problem. And we walked outside. He says, "Kevin," he said, "I'll make it right. Don't you worry. Please don't start no trouble in my shop." And out of respect for him, I said, "I'm going to go sit in my van. You come get me when he's gone, because I don't ever want to see him again, here or anywhere else." That's when I fell in love with the BFG KO2s. That's what he put on my truck. He treated me right. I've done a lot of business with him. But I did tell that Michelin guy, I said, "I'll never buy another set of Michelins. You don't know what you just did." So, long story short, that ain't no long story short. It's a long story. I found the Coopers. Tickled to death. I got 6 of them for $1,050 installed. So we're headed south. Got all kind of things we got to do. We'll talk more about it in some more videos. I didn't talk too long. I'm with this video before it ends up being half an hour long. Hope y'all are doing okay. I'm better. I'm still not well. I'm better. Put in 5-6 hours driving today and I'm okay. So that says something. Really enjoy spending time with my buddy Felix. Dogs are good. Yeah. I think that makes the video. So I'm going to end this one where? Right here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Hey, we'll see you again soon. You guys take care. And as always, I give God the glory for my life. Jesus is my Savior. Jesus is my healer. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Y'all still here? Bye.